get into Discord to just test it.
My boy. Oh, wait a second.
Who? ADX. Who? Stop testing. There we go.
All right, I guess I should stop. Go any farther.
Test.
Yo, there you are.
All of the Discord updates reset my thing
All your
every
shit.
time.
Oh, that gotta love him.
Every time.
I hadn't updated my Discord in a while on my PC apparently. So
Every time. Discord is a piece of shit. Ever since they were bought out by whoever they were fucking bought out by, they've just been a piece of shit.
you're hard to hear a little bit.
Yeah, you're really hard. You're really far away.
Yeah, I was
It's like
looking
your
down when I was talking.
sensitivity is. Oh, now you're super loud.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. I was looking down at my phone.
You need to find the good median here. Okay.
Well, you probably turned me up because you couldn't hear me, and then now you're stuck with my voice.
Wait,
How's
got
it
you at
going,
100.
Jacob?
120% to offset the ghost voice that you go into every 4.5 seconds.
How about now? Is this one better?
Oh, you're so good, bud.
For the love of God.
I turned my microphone all the way up.
Yeah, you did.
The way up.
I don't know. As long as I can hear you, I don't care. I can turn my sound down. So
It's true. I won't look down, I promise. I was just checking to make sure the stream was up and everything was working.
you're good, man.
Well, I know I am because I checked.
I mean,
Hello?
you're okay in the general sense of
Hello?
acceptable.
Hello?
How
Hey there.
How you doing?
Hey, what's up,
What's
guys?
up, Gomes?
Great.
Long time no anything. So
Right?
Great definition. Long time no anything. Yep.
Accurate.
Long time no nothing.
Why I gotta be like that?
I mean, I bear as much responsibility for the lack of socialing going on as anybody. So
Yeah, same.
mostly I blame Ben. So
You know what? When in doubt, blame Ben.
Always.
just go
Facts. It's just facts. Well, I can't. No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I can't hear
Being a
him.
ghost and being really far away.
for it. Ghost Ben is in the chat. God damn it, Donut. Dude,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm really
enjoying
enjoying those books. I'm really enjoying them.
flying through them. So I
Good,
don't even know how many there are, but probably not gonna
7 so far.
Okay, well, I got a
Really,
little
there's
extra
7?
time. Pretty simple concept.
Halfway through the
just-
first one. I love it.
Yeah, but you're reading
I-
it though. You're reading. Everyone
I'm
else is
cheating.
listening.
Yeah, I'm cheating.
That's true.
Yeah.
I agree, yeah.
I'm comboing
It
it,
is a
man.
good
I'm
listen.
listening,
It's a very
and
good
I
listen,
picked up the
so.
books too, just because it's that much fun to read.
Yeah, they
Is
are.
there anything in the books that is worth checking out, like illustrations or maps or anything?
No,
Printed words.
yeah, printed words.
Gomer.
All right, I'm out then.
Hashtag bird.
Sounds-
Words.
Sounds like not gonna.
All right, what books are these that we're talking about here? Because I've been trying to get into reading, and because I don't like reading.
This is a great reintroduction to reading.
Okay,
You
all
haven't
right,
read
cool.
that?
They're so
I sent
easy
you
and
some
fun
because
and
you gave up on
lovely.
it, so.
Jacob gave me a list of
It is
books
fun.
to read, and
He gave up like instantly. He was
no,
like,
I haven't
"Nope,
started yet.
fuck
I haven't started yet because I've been trying to find them
Same thing.
online or to buy the actual physical
Right.
book itself, and I haven't found it yet. So
He really means he hasn't found it interesting enough to try them. So
no, I haven't. So I listened to the snippet on what is it? Audible, and I liked it.
yeah.
But I literally was looking for the book all
You
weekend.
can only find it on Audible
Okay.
for listening.
Yeah, it is
Sure.
unique to.
They
Okay.
have a lockdown.
Yes.
Monopoly.
What are the name of
Kinda
these
like
books?
Dungeon
Dungeon
Crawler Carl.
Crawler Carl. Yeah, Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Dungeon.
Can't
Type
say
it-
it. It's a fucking.
Type it in the
Myself.
chat for those that are challenged.
I'm about halfway through book 2 after.
It's a good listen.
finishing book 1.
The voice work is very strong, very good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm listening.
That's
to
one
it
thing I
with,
really like about audiobooks now is kind of the performance aspect. So
And this is a real good
I'm up.
performance.
I'm
It's
almost
pretty
done
fun.
with book 2 as well, Brian.
pretty
I
fun.
haven't started. I haven't finished
Awesome.
book 1 yet.
Amazon.
Valor and I'll finish it probably this week.
Yeah, you could hop into this one real fast. Virgo.
Crawler Carl. Is there a
Like, the
first one?
book's only like 8 hours.
It's
Yeah,
literally
just-
called Dungeon Crawler Carl is the first one.
Just
Perfect,
look
I
up
see it. I
series
see it on
and
Amazon.
You'll probably see that it has.
I see
book
all
1,
of them.
2, 3, 4. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, all in
You did it.
Still
You
with
did it.
It's phenomenal.
Definitely.
It's pretty fun.
Dungeon World
no.
Series 1 through 5. Jonathan Brooks is the author, or is it Matt Dimian?
Matt Dinneman.
Matt
Yep.
Dinneman. Oh, is who does the audio?
Crud,
Was
what's
that
his
Jonathan
name?
Brooks?
No.
No, but he's
Hey.
awesome. Whoever does
Yeah, he's
the audio,
phenomenal.
he's
Let me see.
incredible.
Jeff Hayes, narrated
Okay.
by Jeff Hayes.
Yeah,
And-
that's really good.
A nice British lady, also.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I need to
I'm
add.
pretty sure that he doesn't do the voice for Donut.
No, I'm pretty sure he does all the voices.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
does
he does
not
them all.
do Donut.
Yes.
No way.
Jeff Hayes
Yes, he
absolutely
does.
does all
He
of the
does.
characters. Yep.
I think he might have a little bit of sound, system, chicanery going on to like make sure his
Got British
tone-
lady
tone
auto
and stuff
tune.
is, but yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
he
for
does all of it. So.
Zev,
More impressive.
Donut, all the stuff.
Oh yeah, it's
it-
good.
Yeah,
it's good
doubly
stuff.
that impressive.
It's very good stuff. Yeah.
All right. Speaking of dungeons,
Hey.
but these have dragons
And dragons.
and dragons.
I do feel like the dragons come up every season. It's a little.
It has
overwhelming,
been-
so.
A bit. Has been a bit. So would folks like to roll to see who's up, or
My role is
Yes.
out there.
Facts.
See it right now.
Facts.
Beautiful.
13th.
2 days after my birthday?
Take that.
There it is.
I'll take that. Oh,
Oh.
aliens.
Okay.
Okay.
Can
Who
anyone
was
else
battling
tie a
for-
1?
Oh,
Get
we
those
can.
out now.
I'm not seeing a Valandor and Lloyd. I know you rolled
Are you
previously
gonna let me
a
keep
single
mine,
time.
or do I need to go again?
I think we got to
I
go
can go
again, man.
again.
These are all
Oh,
practice
man.
rolls
Always good to have
prior
you.
prior to the
I
actual
mean-
calling of the roll.
Somebody else got a 1 already.
Dude, you have to
I-
beat a
It's not
1,
gonna do
but
it.
you can
Just
tie
to-
him and then re-roll.
Just an
That's-
FYI,
Who was the guy to
per
do it? B. Lloyd.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
per Ben Sutton rules, I don't have to go because I went last on 4/13/25. So
That is very true.
Suck it.
All right. That's true.
You don't need to
That's
worry
true.
about that.
All right, Mr. Cornelius Thaydark. Are you prepared?
I am so prepared.
I love it.
Oh,
Let's
you know
do
what? He
this.
would be prepared.
I know.
We're off to a great start with the rolls, gents.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Disagree.
So yeah, 4/13/25. That was a couple of months ago
Not much has happened
in
since
our
then.
time. Anyway, but just the other day, for our characters, they were sitting in Jatanda's little bar again, and there was this other adventuring party, and turns out it's gonna need both of us to take on this next little adventure that has a town with a dragon problem. Apparently a homicidal maniac of a dragon problem. So old Roderick sent word to Jatana asking for some help. It's gonna take a while to get there, she says. And we think we're going to, be adventuring together with this other party. Turns out they have their own ideas of how to get places, very fancy ways where they take airships. So, we take airships too. But apparently they're just a little bit different caliber of airship. We end up somehow beating the other adventuring party to this town. And was it Drenna? Drenna was a town?
Drenna, correct. Very nice.
Yeah, sweet. Okay, so we make it to Drenna before this other adventuring party and have a little bit of time to meander, peruse, witness some horrific events. We see a woman staring and screaming at a fireball as it comes at her. Ends up just essentially melting. And we perceive very quickly that there's an island floating above the clouds. And we start to put some pieces together after talking to a lady on her porch. And we end up finally meeting Roderick, and he gives us a little bit of information. Says that he thought maybe it was a maroon or red colored dragon that may be flying around and terrorizing everybody. And even before the dragon showed up, there was these other people. Some tall guy with goggles on his head, maybe a giant hippo man. I don't know. Strange things like that we've never heard about. So we are heading into downtown for a drink and to chat about all this information, and I don't know, maybe we'll put a plan together before the adventure party shows up, but that's where we left off.
All right, well done. Well done. So, y'all, nailed it. Round of applause after 2 months. Very, very nice. Good job. Good job.
Bravo!
Thanks to our historian in the YouTube connection that keeps us all in check as well with a quick history lesson if anyone wants to check up on the entire thing. Thank you very much for that, Bert.
It doesn't hurt.
No problem.
Yeah. So yeah, y'all just got done talking to Roderick. Confirmed your ship is still behind you, but decided to go into the town, grab some drinks, talk to some more folks about what's going on before you try and figure out what to do about this seeming dragon threat. So that's where you're at. What will you do, team?
Did we? Are we at a bar, or are we just walking?
Just walking into town. It's Drenna's a small town, but you can certainly walk into. It's not exactly a large city that's going to have like magic shops or anything like that, but you can certainly go and shop around, talk to people, go to taverns, whatever you like.
Any signs of burnage or, if issues with fire that we can see?
Not like crazy visible, which is kind of strange considering that you just saw, like lava fall on a lady. But not like it's not like there's like pockmarks everywhere, but you do see where like some renovations have happened as of late. Like, a house has a little bit nicer shade of paint on one side of the house, things like that.
Are we staying on the airship as that's our residence?
I don't think we've
Nope,
established
not
that
that
yet.
big.
Here,
Not that big of an airship. Nope.
So I guess we'll look
to
for an inn.
discuss
Yeah.
where we're going to stay. Yes.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some larger buildings that have some like the standard signs of like a bed, or you have the old taverns with the picture of a mead cup in front of it that likely also have rooms. So there's a
Ooh.
couple different choices there for you.
So like, if we like see the scene here, Brian, like, are we walking in? There's like tumbleweeds running across the thing. Am I looking up in the corner and the shutters are being closed? Are we feeling like there's a happy feeling to this place, or is it more like people are not interested in?
Let's go.
Is there like, is there a social atmosphere? Are there kids running around, or is it a little bit desolate from a social perspective?
It's definitely not desolate. I mean, when you talked with Roderick, it's definitely an older town, low key, not crazy amounts of stuff going on. I mean, it's a fishing village. It's with a little bit of farming on the side. Nobody's really looking at you like strangers. What's going on? Let's get these people out of here. It's just kind of a quiet town. There's nothing really crazy about it.
And we didn't find much
Is there
information from Mr. Gnarlesby, from what I recall.
Right. I mean, he informed you of, kind of confirmed that it was a dragon. You actually were the ones who informed him, thanks to your Nat 20, Burke, that it was an island in the sky causing a lot of the burns rather than the dragon itself. He was just looking for some help from somebody who helped him way back in the day, so he didn't have much information to tell you. He did share the information of that group that Gomer so politely shared with us,
Bunch of dicks.
and they happen to have an airship as well. So that's really about it from the side of where you're working from. So right now, you're pretty certain that dragons are coming and picking off pieces of flocks and things like that. Lava's falling from the sky, and you're trying to do something about it.
I mean, I think at this point we should see if we can get back to that airship and see if they'll shoot us up to that island in the sky.
Well, yeah, and maybe ask them some questions, since they should probably know a little bit about that thing being there, given that they flew us into this place, maybe.
Roddy did make a good recommendation that we should buy some livestock, as the dragons seem to be interested in them,
Oh, that's right, he did.
eating them.
We have Jimmy. Is that not enough?
No.
I forgot that was
You
one of the
can buy
recommendations
Jimmy.
for you guys. Jimmy finally has a point.
Jimmy's dinner.
Didn't our captain head to his mom's house?
We could use him for bait, though, right? I mean, Jimmy has some values in that regard.
He did.
Yeah, Captain said meet him at his mom's house.
Okay, yeah.
So you can go talk
Captain's
with him as
name
well.
is Mickey.
He's so fine.
He is fine.
So you blow my mind, hey, Vicky.
One fine ass Mickey.
I feel like Mickey's kind of shady for being so fine, though.
Okay, that's a good.
Well, I mean,
idea.
that's a fact.
go-
He's a smuggler.
wanna- I mean, I think we should wait for the other team, the group, to go up
No.
in front.
Oh, no.
No.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah,
Fuck
no,
those
fuck
guys.
them. They didn't wait for us.
Nope. That's a
Okay.
consensus. No.
Never mind then, Steve.
So we got two options. Either we fly up to this island or we draw something down to where we're at. I guess the pros and cons, if we go up to the island, obviously we're kind of stuck up there and we don't know what we're going to find, as opposed to being able to isolate maybe one dragon down where we have the advantage on the ground. I don't know if it's my thought.
Advantage against dragon.
As opposed to being on an island in the sky and there's maybe multiple dragons there and we have no way to get off of that island in the sky.
Fair.
Now, did they say that they saw a dragon, or just that it was stuff burned on the ground?
Roddy said he saw one dragon and he said that he has heard of other people seeing two dragons.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. One
It's
red, a
just-
maroon one, or a red dragon.
Yep. Correct.
Yeah,
need
he saw
more
a
information right
maroon
now.
dragon.
I just need to get more info.
No, that makes sense. I think we're on the right track with that option that we try to. I don't know how to entice a dragon to eat a cattle, but all the animals are just left out according to what is it? Or they said please don't take care. Or they don't take care. The people don't take care of the animals. They just leave them out, and leaving them out, they're fireballs now. If they leave them out.
Could be some form of like sacrifice, or maybe they're appeasing them so they, do something for them. I don't know.
At least we can see what we're up against.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. So I guess we gotta go. let's try to find a farmer we can buy a cow from, or just hang out by a field that has cows in it.
Roddy said that he had some livestock because he offered for us to stay in his barn, but he is a fisherman by trade, so I don't know what kind of livestock he's going to have.
He's just got more chickens or anything, is what he told you.
Chickens would probably be a cheap.
Yeah,
He
but I don't think
recommended like a cow or something, or a sheep,
yeah.
lamb.
Let's see if we could. Do we see any farms close that may or may not have those animals?
Yeah, I mean, you walked by a whole bunch when you came in. Well, not a whole bunch, but several different fields that had cows in them on the way in. So you have to head back out of town to head to the farms. But Roderick was on the outskirts of town, closer to kind of the water where the fishing takes place. But closer inland, there are a couple different farms.
I think we should either ask at the inn or the local watering hole, or head out to the farm to see if we can't find someone, or just even wander around till we see a dragon pop down in a field with. I'm assuming they're going to want the goats or the cows for dinner.
Yeah. What time is it, Brian? Is it late in the day or midday?
It's about midday.
Oh, midday
You guys
snack. It's
wanna
almost
go-
lunch.
You want to go check in at that person's family's place and then go do that, or maybe get a little information before we go dragon hunting just yet, or are we ready?
I mean, there's not much we can collect other than we need to try to find a dragon at this point. 'Cause what other information?
What's
could
the
we
plan when we
gather?
find the dragon, other than to observe it? Are we just gonna see what it does and see where it goes?
I mean, we can see where it goes, or we can, talk
And
to it.
we could tell if it's a baby dragon or like a full ass huge dragon.
Well, he said maroon dragon or red dragon, and I put red dragon. He put maroon. I would assume that maroon is not a full grown red dragon, but there is a possibility.
He said it was dark. Couldn't really tell. Said it may have been red. Looked maroon to him, but could have been red.
I mean, it's 50-50. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to go ask more questions about the dragons that people have already seen, or try to get a dragon?
I vote a little more recon before we go up trying to fight dragons.
No, I'm not going up. I'm saying walk to a field where there's cows and see if we can't find a dragon. Trying to eat a cow.
Finding one seems. I just vote whatever the more cautious approach is, but I voted.
Maybe we should just find Mickey, and since he knows the town, be like, hey, this is kind of what we're up against. Thinking if you haven't noticed, do
And we can talk
know
to
of
we
any
can talk to Mickey's
farms,
mom.
Yeah,
Let's do
because
that.
I think that they're gonna have the most intel. Besides, we got everything we can get from Roderick, or as
Mickey.
info goes.
Well, I think our best, weren't we gonna the best way to get onto islands getting back on the airship though, right? I mean,
Yeah.
what we
So I
need
mean,
to
either
do.
way, we should let's go find Mickey
Yeah.
and let's start there.
Yeah, that's a good.
All right. Mickey said it's his mom's house is a little further in, so you follow his directions, heading into town, and walk up to this nice little quaint cottage. Yellow colored siding, and little black shades, black windowsills, things like that. It's a unique looking house, but doesn't really stand out at all as anything, but just a little quaint. You walk up and knock on the door, and this middle-aged lady, probably in her mid to late 50s, comes to the door and says, "Can I help you?"
We were looking for Mickey. He said that you're his mom. We rode in with him today, or came up with him today.
You're the individuals that he piloted here, are you? Yeah, come on in. Come on in.
Well, thank you. What is your name?
My name's Phyllis.
Hi, Phyllis.
Nice to meet
am
you. Nice to
Valandor.
meet you. Valandor, very nice to meet you. And the rest of you, you all introduce yourselves to her as you're walking in. She sits you
Sure.
down at around a little table, and said, "Would you like any tea or any water or anything like that?"
Oh, I mean, if it's not much trouble,
okay.
tea would be great.
For sure. You see Mickey's
Ask for a milk if they've got it.
working out in the back. You see him kind of through the back window trying to put some things together for his mom, cutting wood and all that sort of stuff, trying to keep her good. She comes back, says, "All right, got some teas, got some waters, and one milk here," and hands out the drinks.
Cool.
So what brings you boys to our neck of the woods here in Drenna?
Well, we were just here. A friend of good old Ray, I'm sorry, a friend, not Ray. I was gonna say Ray Vosh. Silly me.
Roderick.
A good old friend of Roderick Gnarlsby sent us up here because he said he was there may be dragons or something that's been bugging the town. We were going to see if we could help. Didn't know if you had any info for us either.
Yeah, something's been going on. I don't own any livestock myself, but I've heard of a lot of those things. It's been pretty crazy. It's kind of scary staying here sometimes, seeing what's happened down in the closer to the center of town and the outskirts. It's crazy.
Oh, is it? Well, I mean, what have you heard?
Well, I've heard a whole bunch of different things. I've heard that obviously the prevailing theory is that it's dragons. Why do dragons attack little old Drenna? That doesn't make any sense to me. I haven't personally seen a dragon, so I don't know. But, I have seen some weird things going on at night. And, dragons, maybe. Just, I'm not convinced yet.
Oh, okay. What have you seen going on at night?
Well, outside of, that crazy stuff that happened earlier in the day with that lady who got hit by that lava, that was just crazy, and driving people to stay inside a lot. But at night tends to be when the livestock goes missing. I happened to be out walking one night, just taking a breath of fresh air. This is a couple weeks ago, month or so shortly after some of the disappearances happened. Probably wasn't the smartest thing I did, but I was out taking a nice little walk, and heard some voices out at one of the farmlands out there, and voices I hadn't heard before sounded really gruff. And I walked over, kind of followed them, followed the sound of the voices, and I saw two figures, like people-like figures, just grab a sheep and fly away up. Just all of a sudden sprout wings and fly up. It's the craziest thing.
That is crazy.
They just sprouted wings and flew up?
Into the air.
Holy crap.
Yeah. I ran away from there as quick as possible. I haven't walked down that road again since.
What road was that?
Oh, the road you walked in on, you come out my door here, and you take a right instead of going straight like where you came in at. And that road out there kind of winds around the outside of town, and you'll walk around the kind of the outskirts of one of the farms over here, and that's where I saw it. That's probably more than a half a mile up that way. She kind of signals, waves her hand in that general direction. She's like, I don't go out that way. I used to like walking that way, but after I saw those two things, whatever they were, take off with their livestock, I was, no. People are saying dragons, and I get where they're getting that from, but I didn't see a dragon that night.
Well, that's great to know. I mean, that's good to know.
Were they two humans?
Well, they were humanoids, at least. Like, they stood on two legs.
Okay, so did they have wings?
Yeah. I didn't see him first, but then, I heard them talking, bickering at each other. It was really, really silly. To hear it was just like two random voices in the middle of a field bickering at each other. And then you hear the bleat of a sheep, and then another bleat of a different sheep, and then I caught eyes of them. They just take off into the sky.
What were they fighting about?
Oh, I don't know. They were just calling each other names and calling each other stupid and things like that. Like they'd known each other forever, like two brothers bickering, something like that. But yeah, it was the strangest thing.
And they
Okay.
both took a sheep.
Yep. And sure enough, that next morning, Farmer John said he was missing 2 sheep out of his flock. Was in town raving about it. Said must have been
Makes
those
sense.
dragons. Must have been those dragons everybody's talking about. I didn't believe it, but now I believe it. And he doesn't, I told him what I saw. And he didn't believe me. He stuck with the crowd.
And when did this happen? Like a couple days ago?
No, several weeks ago. This was back, before things started getting real weird, like lava falling from the sky and stuff like that. Like that's really put people on edge. No, this was shortly after the first couple of abductions from the livestock and people claiming, livestock erupted into fireballs and things like that. That stuff started more recently, but the disappearances and things like that, sightings, that started a couple months ago.
Is there a place that seems to be more sightings happen than others that you've heard of?
It definitely isn't hitting the middle of town yet, but it started further out of town and has slowly moved its way in. But it seems like the farmlands, the livestock, tend to be the places to keep an eye out for. And most of the farmers, especially if they've lost livestock at this point in time, they've been smart and they started putting them inside barns. Some of them who are just fools and don't listen to anybody and think they know better than everybody else, still doing whatever they want with their livestock, leaving them out at night, letting them do whatever they want. But they'll learn. They'll learn.
What? Where's one of those farms? So I don't have to buy a sheep or a cow.
Let's see. Those ones tend to be closer to town. Like I said, it's kind of moving in. If you walk back down that road you came in, and about a mile, 2 miles down that road, you'll come to the Lazy G Ranch, and that is the last farm here that has not had any livestock missing yet. And it's called Lazy G because Greg is the farmer out there, and he is lazier than a son of a gun. And it's not really called Lazy G. I just call it Lazy G. But he's worthless. He's pompous, and he's the last person to get hit, and he hasn't been hit yet. So he just lets his animals do whatever the hell he wants. But you go down there, you go to Greg's farmland, and I guarantee you'll see cows and sheep and all that sort of stuff out still.
Interesting. Is there anything? Is Greg been in town for a long time?
Not long. He's been in here long enough. Like he left for a little bit. His family's lived here for years. He left for a little bit, and his he came back and picked up where the family left off, pretty much.
Besides him being lazy, do you like him? Can you trust him?
No.
When
Nobody
did he come
really
back?
does.
Was it right before all this stuff started happening, or well before?
She pauses for a minute and thinks about it. She's like, "Yeah, he came back about a year ago, I'd say. Hasn't been around for very long, but he definitely is not very well liked in the town, if you couldn't tell.
See that?
But no, he's been here for about a year or so.
Okay. And how long has this been happening?
Only about 2 months, 3 months, something like that.
Did anything
Started off slow, but it's picked
catalyst
up.
it, or did it just show up? Just nothing weird. You don't seem that there was any sort of catalyst that started all this.
Not that I'm aware of, no. It's just random happenstance.
How about your son Mickey? How long has he been doing what he's been doing?
Oh, Mickey doesn't talk to me about his endeavors all that much, and from what I understand, that's probably a good thing.
Gotcha. Airship
He's my boy.
Is very
He's
fast,
my boy, and he's
so-
going to be very good when he's around me. And as long as he stays safe, that's what I care about.
There you
And
go.
but he's a grown man, and he'll do what he wants, but he'll always be my boy when he comes back home.
Fair. So he's normal, is what you're saying. Nothing has changed with him in the past couple months.
No,
And how long has he been living at home and working from home?
he doesn't necessarily live here. He just visits from time to time, helps me keep the house together and things like that. He's off gallivanting around in Amman and all those other places more often than not.
Gotcha. All right. Well, do we want to go get some livestock then, boys? And
Well, I want to just go. Well, yeah, I want to go hang out at Mr. G. I'm going to go talk to Greg and see if I can chat with him for a little bit, so I don't have to buy anything.
What's that?
feel like if he's lazy enough, we can take his shit and he won't come after us, right?
Well, no. I just want to see if I can just hang out at his. I want to see if we can, maybe stay in his barn, place to stay, because he's, no one likes him. We can give him a chat or two. So,
All right.
well, Phyllis, this tea was absolutely wonderful. Thank you. I don't want to take more of your time.
It's a pleasure meeting you. It's always nice meeting those that hang around my Mickey. Make sure you keep him on the straight and narrow as much as possible. But stop on by before you boys leave.
Aw, Phyllis, we appreciate that.
Anytime.
Do
It's a
we
pleasure meeting you.
So we're not gonna inquire about accommodations here, I guess. Right?
Nope, not yet. I want to go talk to Mr. Greg, the lazy farmer. I won't call him. Don't call it Lazy G when we get there, guys. Let's just talk to Greg. Okay. I know some of you may spill the beans.
Let's just call
Steve,
him hardworking Greg, so that
or Lloyd.
it's
Let's
hardworking
not-
Greg,
Rancher Greg.
Let's just not call him Lazy G. Okay.
badass Greg.
Steve would never call him Lazy Greg.
Yes, you would.
Call him the BAG.
100% you would.
I would not. Do you know Steve at all?
Yes, you would say, "Hey, is this Lazy G Ranch?"
We'll
Mhm.
be in the the poop sty for the rest of the night. So-
Okay, all right. We're now. I guess we're walking down to Mr. Greg's ranch.
All right. Heading down the road. It's a, like she said, it's about 2 miles further down. You're kind of passing through the center of town and coming to the outskirts of it. But you come across the Rashena Ranch, and it is pretty much right where Phyllis told you it would be. It's the last ranch before some woodlands appear, and so you start to walk up the path to the ranch house up there through some fences, and you do happen to see quite a bit of livestock out and about, just grazing. Cows,
Good.
sheep, just hanging out. And you, sure enough, walk up and you're at the ranch house after a few minutes.
That's what I love to hear. Well, I guess we're gonna do a little pitter patter knock on the door here.
All right. After a couple raps at the door, takes 3 or 4 different sessions of couple knocks at a time for somebody to actually answer the door. You hear him coming. I'm coming. Hold on. Opens the door. Can I help you?
Why did it take so long?
Hello, sir. We were looking for Greg.
Well, you got him?
Greg. Oh, hey, wonderful to meet you. Name is Valandor. How are you today?
Well, I was taking a nap until I heard a bunch of knocks. So a little worse for wear now, but what? Nice to meet you, Mr. Valandor. What can I do you for?
Well, we were just we're a bunch of fellers here. We came into town because we noticed there was some goings on, and a friend of ours asked us to take a look. And there's not really a lot of room in town. We didn't know if there's a place we could, shack up in one of your sheds. We'll give you some cash or give you some gold or some silver to stay in your shed. Just to, we won't bug the animals. I promise. We're not creepy. We just needed a place to stay. And maybe kind of check the happens-ons in the evening time.
Kind of raises his eyebrow at you. And he says, well, I wouldn't have expected you to mess with the animals at all until you said something about it.
Well, I had to be clear. I mean, we got a real good friend, a donkey.
Yeah, check out
we have
this
Jimmy in tow.
specimen
we
of, fantastic quality.
He looks back and sees Jimmy and, brought us with the bridle, dragging him along. He's like, I don't want that stock in with my stock.
No, he won't be in with your stock. It's all right.
Oh, okay, good.
Jimmy's
What?
sterile.
That guy.
Don't worry.
Yeah, Jimmy
with
ain't
that
got
guy.
nothing left.
Oh, well, that's
See
good.
the guy with the bridle? He's with him. You know what I mean?
We are avoiding that, sir.
He just said he
Jimmy's
wouldn't do anything with the animals.
Jimmy's no longer intact, if you know what I mean.
He's had a tough life.
All right. This is one of the strangest introductions I've ever had in my life.
Well, some of these
How
guys
much
just,
gold are you offering
know.
to stay in a barn?
these are some of our fellers over here just don't know how to shut up. Lord,
I know people
Mr.
like that.
Lord is real
Plenty
good
of
at
them
that.
in this town, let me tell you, sir.
Oh, I tell you what. Anyway, I mean, I don't know. I mean, what you amicable to? I mean, I'm not asking for the 5-star accommodations, if you know what I mean. I'm just looking for a place to lay the head.
Yeah, well, one of my barns has a loft up there you all could probably shack up in. A couple gold here and there. I think it's fine.
Okay, how about what do you think? 5 gold? Will that do?
That'd do fine.
Okay. I'm happy to give you 5 gold. So, hey, what's
Yeah,
this?
let me show you to it if you want me to.
Yeah.
What you got?
No, go ahead. We can have a chat on the walk.
Okay. He bends down, kind of lifts up his 2 different suspenders, pops them up over his shoulders, and he's a big dude. This is a big guy. Yeah, kind of like there hasn't been a meal that he's denied for a while. He kind of just hobbles out. He's not too old of a man. The dude looks younger than Phyllis, but moves significantly slower than Phyllis. And so he opens the door, says, "Yep, follow me." Walks out
Right.
and you see him kind of hobbling. He's kind of slightly hunched over, arms kind of pointed back, if you know what I mean, as he's walking. You head to this larger barn that it looks just like a stereotypical barn. It's large, not necessarily red, but wooden, and looks like it has a little extra loft that's built up top where there's a lot of hay. And sure enough, as soon as he opens the door, you get this full blast of like livestock smell that hits you.
Perfect.
And there's a large ladder there that he says, "Well, haven't been up there in quite some time myself, but I mean, y'all can feel on free to get on up there if you want."
Oh no, I appreciate it. Hey, so what What's been going on? What do you know about the happenings in this town lately? With all this here talk of dragons and all this other weird stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean that's kind of what I was referring to before. Is like a lot of people just like to talk around these parts.
Okay.
You know, I don't believe a word of what anybody says about that type of stuff. That's nonsense. You know, there's been some accidents. I think there's been some random, you know, maybe lantern fires or something like that, or just some fools that don't know how to take care of their livestock well enough. That's all that is. That ain't nothing.
Okay.
So it's like an insurance cash grab, is what you're saying, huh?
You know what? He kind of taps his nose and points at you. I ain't saying nothing,
Right.
but you did.
Oh, I see what you're doing. I see it. Okay.
Why haven't you been affected? You've been smarter than all the rest of the folk around here, and obviously more hardworking, right?
Well, here at the ranch, you know, absolutely, we tend to be on the up and up over here, and I'm not exactly all for gamesmanship in this business.
I am impressed.
Yep, I know it's quite the business I run here. It's I'm sure you saw all of our fine stock out there on your way up. That's prize winning stuff out there, and I am not one that's gonna dabble with all of the goings-ons in town and things like that. Some people don't like that. Some people take offense to that. But me, no, I'll keep to myself. Let the business do the talking.
So, well, you said, I mean, your stock looked real good when we were coming up. My my thing is, so you say you don't, you're not for any gamesmanship. What you mean by that?
Oh, you know, your little buddy mentioned you know, some reasons people might have for spinning a tail.
I gotcha. The tail.
That's what I'm talking about. I don't need to get my livestock speaks for itself. I don't need any extra attention through some sort of randomness and stories.
Gotcha. Now, does it bring more people in with these stories?
You know, I can say that some competition has ticked up in the other areas. You know, all of a sudden, you know, a sheep goes missing or a goat goes missing, and you know, suddenly other people are interested in hearing the story of what you may or may not have seen, and so you know, while they're there, they might pick up a couple other things. That's what I'm saying. There's always an ulterior motive when you're talking about this kind of stuff. Ain't nothing happening in this town, supernatural or otherwise.
I see what you mean now by this gamesmanship. You're a smart man, Gary.
I
You're a
kick my
smart
nose
man.
towards him, and I say, "I know what you mean, man. I know what you mean, partner."
Yeah. See, you see, beautiful stock out there. It's been in the family for generations, and you know, I'm not one that's going to have to rely on that. Let me tell you. So yeah, how long you think you boys gonna be shacking up in this old hayloft up here?
I will start with a night or two, and then if we need any longer, we're happy to slip you some more gold. How's that?
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. I don't think I'm not quite sure if we got the grub for you for food or anything, but you can probably rustle something else up if you need to, unless you got something else going on for dinner.
Yeah, we'll stop and pick something up for dinner, Greg. We appreciate you just letting us stay out here.
Yeah.
Sometimes it gets a little. I mean, you know, town, right? It gets a little stuffy. Out here, it's just nice to just relax, no sounds, just us and nature.
For sure, absolutely, totally understand.
Okay, well, thank you, sir. We promise. Once we come in for the evening, because it's about what time is it, Brian?
At this point in time, the time you spent over at Phyllis's, you know, the walking, things like that, it's probably about 4-ish, 5-ish.
Okay. We're going to go run into town and grab a quick pint. You want us to bring you back something? And then we're going to, once we come in, we'll probably just stay the evening once we get in. So we won't be rustling your cattle.
Appreciate you. No problem. No problem. Make sure you're back before it gets too dark. so you don't spook the livestock. But other than that, should
Yep.
be fine.
Yeah, we'll walk right back into town, grab something to eat, and come right back. Hopefully, be back by 6, maybe
Perfect.
6:30.
Sounds great.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you. He turns around and saunters back up to well, I guess whatever kind of sauntering he could do. Saunters back up to his ranch.
Okay.
Suspender waddle.
Yep,
So would you
suspender waddle.
describe him as a fat person?
Yes.
Okay.
All right,
Lloyd, sharpens his
All right.
stick.
Let's
get that grub.
go grab something to eat. Let's go talk in town a little bit. See if we can't figure something out, and then just come back here and see what the night progresses as.
We gotta catch us a dragon, maybe.
Or a couple of feathered humans.
All right. You heading up?
Yeah, I think so. We're heading up there now.
All right. You walk back into town and you see again the little tavern that has a little flagon of ale carved into a little wooden sign out front. Loretta's Tap is where you are at, and you walk in. It's a small little place, quaint. The type of place. It's this version of Cheers, more or less, where everybody knows your name, and nobody knows yours. So it's a small locale,
Everybody's
but
staring.
everybody's staring. Not like these sons of bitches outsiders, that type of thing, but it's just like, who are these people? This is a colorful bunch. What's going on here? You stand out like a sore thumb, more or less.
To the bar.
To the bar.
The bar.
You head on up to the bar, and there are about 3 townspeople that are sitting there. Just 3 guys sitting there drinking, just having ale in their hands or a mug of ale in their hands, just tossing them back, talking, laughing, stuff like that. You see a couple other people as you're walking by in tables, just kind of just starting the night, more or less. They're kind of shaken a little bit. Crazy shit has happened in this town lately, and so they're starting their drinking. As you get close to those other 3 guys, you see that they're pretty hammered, and laughter seems to be how they're dealing with some of the shit that's gone on in this town. But you wander on up to the bar, and there's a female human on the other side, and she turns around, has kind of like curly Q hair, dark brown. She's about 5'4" or something like that. A little bit rounder face, rounder nose, bright red cheeks, and she says, "Hi, welcome to my tavern. How you doing?"
Are you Loretta?
I am. Yep, all day.
Loretta, wonderful to meet you. I'm Valandor.
Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to meet you. Welcome. What can I do for you?
Oh, I think me and my buddies here would like to get some drinking and a little bit of food.
Well, I think you came to the right place.
Oh, love that, Loretta.
Yeah,
What
how
would you
are
like? You want
things, going around here, Loretta? You doing okay? Everybody happy?
Oh, a lot more drinking going on nowadays, so that means that it's going on all right here.
What you got on? What you got for food tonight?
Got to go back there and check and see how the steaks are doing. Got some things on the grill that somebody working for me is cooking, but that seems to be what we're doing today is some steaks.
Ooh, all right. I think we're gonna need 5 of those.
Steaks and potatoes.
Yeah, we can't
Pass
complain
that
about
up.
that actually. So
All right.
and
Steaks and potatoes.
beer, some beer, please.
And some ale.
Naturally. And she was already getting that ready from the looks on everybody's faces when she mentioned that she had some stuff going. So she already popped up 3 different things, and she's about to get a 4th and a 5th one ready.
Ooh,
The bag full of nuts.
Loretta, you're on fire.
It's like, here, you want some more? Here's another one. Want some more? Let's try them all.
What is going on here?
What is happening?
Is that Ben? It's got to be Ben.
Gotta be Ben.
Gotta be. It's
Who
it's
else would
definitely
it be?
Ben.
I mean, really.
Use mute,
Who else would
Ben.
it be?
I was muted. It wasn't me.
Hmm.
And who else
That's
had a
great.
female talking?
It was
Oh.
probably
I couldn't hear anything.
Matt.
Perhaps Matt.
Perhaps Matt.
But I still want to blame Ben, so I'm going with that.
Ben's fault.
Either way, the ales are on the table.
Is there food too?
She's got to go back and get them, but pretty soon she comes out, and there's plates with nice
I would
hefty
love
steak.
A fresh baked roll if they've got it.
Oh my
Um,
god.
she-
Motherfucker
Why?
is picky.
Goes back there to check,
What's wrong with you?
and
Or a biscuit.
she's like, "I don't have one fresh baked. It's yesterday's loaf, but you can have this one if you want on the house."
That will,
Give it to him.
That will do.
Yeah, she chucks you a couple, 2 rolls actually, and they are not fresh, but they are certainly not stale either.
Yeah,
That's
seems fair. Okay. Do we want to maybe get some drinks for our neighbors and see what they're all excited about?
You can do whatever the hell you want with your money there, Chatty Chatters.
No. You're the guy that keeps the gold for everyone, like always. That's what I've
I
determined. So
don't-
you have to give him
No,
gold on
no.
my
I
behalf.
don't think that's how that works.
Not how it works.
Bullshit.
Nope, not how it works this time.
I voted you to take care of my bullshit. I remember that. It was years ago.
Well, Chatty Chatters, go ahead and just warm up to those gentlemen over there.
No, you're the
Since you
bard.
almost
should be,
called
like,
him, you
singing.
almost called Gary fat.
You
Or Greg
well,
Fat.
I didn't. I just asked the DM for clarification about his corpulency. That's all I did.
No, when you were talking to him, you almost called him lazy.
I
You're like-
called him hardworking. Absolutely called him hardworking.
You did.
You were very
Wasn't
close
facetious,
not to say.
sarcastic. I was as friendly as I was willing to be. Let's put it that way, okay?
Yes,
And you're the bard, so saying something.
that's fine.
You should get us
I'm
like
trying
free
to eat
lodging
my-
everywhere we
I'm
go.
trying
by
to eat my
singing at
dinner.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then Loretta, let me get around for these three strapping gentlemen beside us here too. See if they want to strike up a conversation with us.
All right. See, how do you approach him?
I just look over, or I guess I'm just gonna say, "Hey, gentlemen, how are you guys doing today?"
Kind of look up. They're kind of chuckling. Just kind of wander over as they as one of them turns their heads to you. You immediately smell a heavy alcohol smell coming off of them.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, doing pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Hey, you guys want to?
Yeah.
Hey, you guys want to have a
It's great to
conversation?
hear.
We'll get you a little bit more ale. We'll have a conversation. What do you think?
You guys okay with that? Yeah, I'm fine. Go ahead. You can talk to him if you want. Other two seem to be a little bit more sober and happy to be done with this guy.
Oh, damn
He
it!
turns back to you. He's like, "Hey, yeah, I'm fine. What's going on with you?"
Not much. What's going on with you? Tell me, how long you been in here today?
It's still today.
Oh shit!
Yeah, just kidding. I've been in here for most of the day, though. Yeah.
Oh well, what
That's
brought you
a
up to this
month.
fine establishment?
Valandor.
Well, the ale.
I love the ale.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like,
Makes sense.
are you
Yeah.
from around here? You live here, I guess.
Yeah, of course I do. He goes into diatribe of a lot of drunken ramblings about how he's a farmhand around here, and he kind of does odd jobs and things like that for a lot of the different folks, but has been out of work as of late with some of the ranches that he used to work on. So he's drowning his sorrows tonight, and goes on and on for quite some time about that general topic.
What? Well, go ahead.
Good. I was gonna say, you worked for the Greg. What's his name? He's not lazy. He's hardworking.
You motherfucker.
You worked for any farms nearby?
Have you worked at
that,
Rashida Ranch?
Oh, Greg.
Yeah, he seems like a good guy.
He kind of squints at you.
Don't always, I'm not being facetious at all.
I mean, it's a paycheck, right? Greg, but he's okay. He's just a pompous asshole.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that's what it
Kinda
is. A
got
pompous
that
asshole.
All right, that's fair.
But he pays the bills, so I mean, I work for him every now and then. He's got work available.
Well, I mean, with these goings-ons we've got now, what have you seen? What have you heard?
Oh, those. That's what you mean.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, I've seen some shit in my life. But
I only want that. I don't want to know about that shit you've seen.
Recent
shit. But he points and he just starts and then he goes serious again. He's like, "No, I'm talking about the dragon shit."
Oh damn!
You guys heard about that stuff, right?
We heard it may be dragons. We heard it may be donkeys. We don't know.
I heard it was lava and not shit, but I don't know what dragons really do.
Donkeys.
So
Wait, do dragons shit lava? Oh shit! Do dragons shit lava? And he
Maybe.
just thinks off into the distance, and he's like, "That would make a lot of sense." And you've zoned him out with that one comment for a good 5 minutes. He snaps back all of a sudden. Okay, no, I've seen things.
What have we
I've seen
Preach it.
things. It's these crazy red-eyed creatures that come down out of the sky and they just grab things and fly back up. And I think I'm crazy. When I tell it happens.
When does it happen? Where does it
Stop
happen?
talking about it. What?
When did you last see it?
When I last see it? 2 days ago.
Where at?
It's down at one of the ranches further down. I was cleaning up a job, and they swooped down, and they grabbed a fucking cow, and they flew off just as fast.
were they big or?
No, that's the damnedest thing. He looks over at Broadus. So, it's about your size. It's the damnedest thing. But wings.
How many legs?
Yeah.
Red eyes? Red eyes, I guess.
Red eyes. It's the damnedest thing. Big old wings. Came
They're
down.
not
Two of them.
dragons.
Well, I don't know, man. I've seen nothing
Things.
like that in this
Seen
town.
things.
Okay. I mean, it could have been a dragon.
How many
It
legs
definitely
did
could
it
have
have?
How many legs did it have? 2.
Okay.
How many legs do dragons have?
2.
Or
They have
Depends on the
arms?
day, Who knows?
Did it have
that
arms?
depends on the dragon.
Hey, do you know if they shit lava?
Oh yeah, they definitely shit lava.
Oh, good. Thanks for clearing that up for me.
Is that something Steve would know?
If dragons shit lava?
I think we're fucking with them, and I don't think we care, Steve.
Yeah, but
I
Steve
don't
would
think
be
we need
the
to roll
man.
any persuasion checks on this guy just yet. So
No, it wouldn't be persuasion.
He's an open book right now. You get the vibe from this guy. He has seen very little outside of Drenna. And so he doesn't know what the fuck a dragon is. So this could very well fucking be a dragon in his mind. And he doesn't know what the fuck it is, but everybody else says it's a dragon. And he is therefore in understanding that it is absolutely a dragon.
So did it happen at night or did it happen like during the day, I guess?
More dusk time. Like sun was going down. It was just dark where you couldn't quite see that well too far out, but it wasn't pitch black. You know what I mean?
Fair. Yes. We got you.
Yeah.
We appreciate your assistance. You can go back to drinking now. We're gonna go over here.
He burps a little bit. He's like, okay, thank you, gents. He goes back to his other, and the other 2 guys just like, oh god damn it.
I look at Lloyd and be like, "You're a son of a bitch. You wanted me to talk to him."
What? What? We got info. Now we need to get out there as soon as it's dusk and like watch for the fuckers, right?
We already
Right.
knew that.
We didn't know that for sure, but now we know lots more. Plus, you probably earned something like points or charisma or something.
It's right in front of me, or close to me.
No, she is behind the bar. She's helping some other customers though.
That's fair. No, I was just gonna say.
But as you're looking down, you feel a tap on your shoulder, and you turn around, and it's the drunk again. He's like, "Are you gonna eat that potato?"
I was planning on it.
Oh, rats. Have a good night. He turns back around and starts talking to the other two guys again.
Yes. I grab my potato and shove it in my mouth. It's my fucking potato.
Oh.
Oh wait, I tapped the drunk guy again and be like, he wants to share his potato, and I pointed to Lloyd.
I'll throw my
Oh.
potato on the ground if he wants it.
Lose Matt.
We lost somebody.
Did we lose Matt?
Maybe. He might have stepped out to smoky smoke and got lost connection or something.
I certainly hope he's not smoking anymore.
Oh, well, no, I don't know.
But you know what? Whatever brings you joy.
Oh,
He's
There he is.
there he is. Hey.
Hey.
So I
sure
think
that
I think
Broadus was about to take over the conversation, actually. So
I'm gonna go grab something from my kitchen real quick. So you
don't have a kitchen.
continue with whatever path you want. But unless we're gonna find any more information from Drunky Drunker or the other two guys, then I suggest
Do we
we
want to bring Drunky Drunker with us?
no.
no,
No. If we do, he's your responsibility, and when I put my tiny hut, neither one of you are allowed in.
Hey, I did not suggest.
Just
that
an
we-
FYI.
I sent the guy
Just an
away, remember?
FYI.
Rude.
I sent the guy away. I was trying to, realize that we didn't need to talk to him. So, he's gone.
'Cause I can make someone an enemy, and you will be an enemy for the night.
Rude.
I mean,
If you bring
we got
him,
a hayloft.
Yeah,
I
let's
was
not.
thinking he could be a useful
Person
distraction.
that would pee everywhere and
foil.
Nah,
Go sit in the
we
middle
have
of the
already
livestock.
voted no.
I mean, it's true. We already have one drunk.
No.
We don't need another one.
No. Look, talking to my daughter.
Looking at you.
No.
Looking at you.
No. Okay, does anyone else have any other questions for the barkeep or for any of the other drunkards in here?
nope.
All right. Heading on out.
Yeah, we got to pay our tab. I ain't gonna leave Loretta hanging. I mean, I'm gonna pay my tab. What do I owe? Actually, no, I'm gonna pay mine, and I'll get Cornelius and Broadus. They weren't
Okay, thanks,
dicks.
buddy.
All right. Thanks.
All right. The steaks, potatoes, and lager will cost you about 8 silver each.
Perfect. I will, because it's 10 silver is 1 gold, correct?
10 silver is 1 gold. That is correct.
Yep. I just want to make sure because I just have it calculated in gold. So I will give. So I owe. You said how much was it? 8.
8 silver pieces each.
I'm gonna give her 3 gold pieces and give her the rest as a tip. And no, it's not for the other dickheads.
All right. You guys good?
Well,
I have
3 of us have
deducted
paid.
my 8 silver pieces.
All right. Perfect.
Paid
Steve, you
up.
good?
Steve just had bread. He was fine.
You did not eat a steak?
Nope. He asked for bread and he was given it.
Oh, I misunderstood. I thought you were asking for steak.
Did you have ale?
No.
Didn't you get milk or some weird shit?
He got that
got that at
from
Phyllis's.
Phyllis's.
He was fine
Yep,
from the
free
milk,
milk.
and then had milk and bread. He was perfectly acceptable.
All right, so we head out.
I'm really gonna go grab some from the kitchen. I'll be right back.
No problem.
They
I'm gonna
changed
fill
the
up my water
interface
real
on
quick
the,
because I'm parched. I will be right back myself.
All right, quick.
Did you notice they
quick 2
changed
minutes.
something on the interface of the thing? They had these little dies to roll the ability check next to the abilities in the saves. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's a little easier. Anywhere you have to roll, you click on your little. But it doesn't match your die color. Kind of wish it did.
Change your dice then.
Well, but I like
I
my.
mean, I
yellow
think
die.
it'll still roll whatever color your dice is. Yeah. So.
No, it will. But I mean, it would have been cool if the icon next to the
Sure, sure.
roll was the
You
same
just
color as your die.
can't ever be satisfied, man. You just gotta.
Never
Well,
satisfied.
There's probably too many colors to change that fucking icon. It's
Sure,
like
sure.
people can buy more dice color, and like with early effects and stuff, it's a smaller,
Maybe you can buy the interface colors, Ben. Maybe you can buy it.
maybe.
Yeah, go
Mine are
find out.
teal. Everyone else is kind of a
I
teal.
don't know. Probably.
Homer. Teal.
Deal?
Teal.
I'm back.
Feels like we've been using fantasy grounds for like years. It's been a long time since we used that other. No, we were using fantasy grounds before. It was just a different version. It was the cheap.
Yeah, it was. We didn't use Unity. We used the
Yeah.
old version, and they got rid of the old version. We had to use Unity, and yeah.
Yeah.
But it's actually pretty sweet.
We're-
Unity's
I think
significantly
they
better.
Yeah, this was a much
consolidated their
better-
platform, so makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, it seems pretty good. I mean, the updates seem pretty good.
It's been great.
I'm sure when we get destroyed later and we see the glory of our map and our enemies, we'll be in awe as we die. So, like, dang, Unity, good job. Now we're dead.
I don't think Brian's in the mood for a TBK yet. Although
I don't know. He might
pay-to-play-
be ready to start over, given how much we suck. He's just like, all right, team wipe, start fresh. That's what he's got the other team ready in the wings for. They're just gonna become the team he actually D&D's for, and we'll be like, damn, that's rough.
Damn.
Bam. Yeah. Not at all.
Secretly cultivated
We,
another
we all
team
have lives. We all have lives.
for sure. I don't know. I could swap characters.
I drove 6 hours today.
That's
from home
true.
up here and
Oof.
made it with plenty of time for D&D.
Fun times.
I'm
Proud of you.
listening to a good book on my drive. It's easy. Driving in the summer is better than driving in the winter. I would much rather drive in the summer. There's more to look at, longer days.
What book?
Driving in January across Indiana is never fun. Oh, The City and the City by China Melville.
Do you like it?
I'm back.
I do. It's the second time I read it. I read the copy. I read it a while ago, like a decade ago, and now I'm listening to it. So I've never listened to it before. It's a good audiobook. All of his stuff is good. I wish I could listen to all of his books on audio. I bet Perdido 3 Station on audiobook would be sick.
The Scar is probably his best one, maybe.
The Scar is his most cinematic. Like,
Well, it's the parody that I
It would make-
reread, and it was
What are we
kinda
doing?
weird. I was like, I didn't actually get it. I was like, they messed up some shit in this book.
Are we all back?
I don't know.
We're back.
Are we all back?
I'm back.
No, we're all back.
Mhm.
I
I'm
thought
back.
we were waiting for Brian. But yeah, Brian's
We're
back.
following this
I've been
Vondel
back for a
dude
while.
into danger
Matt
or
back?
something, I think.
All right. So we're out of the tavern. headed back to the ranch. Is that the plan?
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Stake out.
What do you think
out?
about
Go ahead.
doing a tiny hut in the middle of his field?
I mean, sure. We could also create a trap. Do we have a way to make a trap or something? Is that what we want to do?
No, I don't know how to create a trap that we're like. I don't know what animal he's going to go for.
Yeah, I mean, we can't really, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I guess we can't like make one animal more enticing than another in some way. If we put Jimmy out there, he'll be eaten immediately. So
And we could
be
probably
careful.
stab one of them.
Yeah, make him bleed a little.
I'm not going to do that. But what do you think about actually doing like a hut in the middle of the field? Yes, no.
Like
No.
it.
Do we
I
need a hut
mean-
if we're gonna stay at the tavern?
I'm not saying at the tavern. We've got the hay loft or whatever.
It might be more visibility. Might be better if we're.
Right.
Well, yeah. We can see
I mean,
what's
sure, that's true.
outside and sort of cloak ourselves a little bit, right? Kind of.
Well, I'm going to make the hut look like grass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's invisible. It looks like
Magical hunting blind.
No, whatever
Yeah.
color you want to make it.
I'm going to make it the ground color, and from the air, they're not going to know.
Isn't it just inherently invisible?
No, it can be one solid color of your choosing.
Oh, I always just thought it was invisible. I don't know why
Nope.
I thought that.
You're invisible.
Rude.
Yep, let's do it. Let's tent up and maybe a little bit highish ground so we can maybe see some shit, but think
So
we got a
it could
plan.
be like it could just be cyan.
Single color.
Could be.
One single color. Straight up cyan.
No
Be
patterns.
pit brown.
No pattern. What?
Right. So you're putting up a tiny
One
hut,
cyan. Tiny hut.
a cyan tiny hut.
No, it's going to be grass color, like Burko said.
Oh my
Okay.
I don't
God.
think it's gonna
Good.
be cyan.
Good.
It's
So
hilarious.
you have a grass colored tiny hut that suddenly appears around you. And Burko, who's all inside the tiny hut with you?
Oh, no. I'll let everyone in.
I'll let everyone in.
For
I
now.
figured, but just
Yeah,
thought I'd
Jimmy.
ask.
For now. Well, of course, Jimmy. Jimmy was the first one and brought us. And then Cornelius. And then it was whether it was letting Steve or Lloyd in at that point.
Steve is delightful.
Right. So who is keeping watch out?
I'll take
Steve
the
will do
first watch.
Yeah. Steven Valinor.
No. No.
Steve.
Valentor will not watch with you.
Stephen
and-
That was
Cornelius.
Courtney. That's
I still get our tiny bard and our tiny
I don't know how you
was
do
it-
that.
names because they're named. It's remembering names
Sure,
every
sure,
6 months.
Sure,
is-
sure, sure. I'll take second watch. I'm good with that. I'll do three
Oh,
watches, I guess.
And I can do second. Who's doing second watch with you? Anybody?
Not yet that I know. Just
do it
me
with you.
so far.
I can do first watch. Or, no, I can go by myself for third watch. Or, I don't care.
You and Jimmy. Just third
Yeah,
watch.
brought us and Jimmy.
Jimmy and I can do third watch.
All right. So time for laying down and time for first watch. Is there are y'all all keeping watch, or is there anything fancy you're gonna be doing in the meantime?
Yeah, mainly really looking out for any strange movement that might be dragons and or winged creatures.
All right. Steve, you do anything? You keep an eye out. Same thing.
Yeah, he's gonna do that like while he's awake doing the watch. wants to make some more crossbow bolts out of some like metal stuff that he made.
Crossbow bolts.
Mhm.
All right. All right.
Well,
I'd like you both to
we'll see
make
how far.
perception checks for me, please.
Oh, I really hope they're great. I don't.
I have a
17 for
17.
Cornelius.
It's pretty perceptive, bud.
Thanks, bud.
18 for Steve.
Right.
Booyah.
Y'all are sitting there keeping an eye out. It's still dusk. Like it's still that kind of setting sun. Things start to get dark before the the stars really come out, and it's real, dark as pitch. Everybody else has started to fall asleep. You're about halfway through the watch, and you do suddenly hear, with those rolls, some muffled voices,
Oh
deep
shit!
voices,
Deep.
deep voices. Yeah, they're not close by. They're somewhat far away, but you do hear two distinct deep voices.
We can't understand what they're saying.
Yeah, currently right now, it's a little bit Charlie Brown adult talk. You do hear that there is something that's not like animal guttural growling or anything like that. It's like
And Steve asked Cornelius, "What? Can you hear what they're saying?"
No, I can't hear it, but we should wake the others up.
Smart.
Do they continue to talk?
Yeah. I mean, I would like you to. You caught the perception of that. Who's waking people up right now?
I'm waking people up.
All right, Steve, I'd like you to make an investigation check for me, please, while Cornelius is waking people up
Oh yeah, okay.
to see if you can see
Investigation check
anything.
while you're waking people up. Yeah.
All right.
20.
There you go.
You see about 30 feet down from you, where there are a group of cows sleeping, standing. You see two humanoid individuals.
Please tell me they're cow tipping.
They're about 6 feet tall, but they're about 30 feet away from you, standing around one of these, and they are waving their arms at each other, kind of like, not like emphatically waving their arms, but they're talking with their hands at each other.
Are they arguing?
The voices are what you listened before. Definitely were not calm voices.
Okay. We can't really interact at people outside of the, like, if I wanted to interact with anything, you have to do like.
No, you can fire stuff out of there, or you could say something and they won't see you.
I don't think they can hear you.
Yeah, they can't hear you, and you actually have to step outside of the dome to
Yeah.
cast anything.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You can like be half in, half out, and cast it, but you got to be outside of it.
Steve is gonna. Can I cast Pass Without a Trace on my whole party?
I don't think you can cast that inside the dome.
I'd have to leave.
You can do it as soon as you're
leave the
outside.
dome,
Well,
yeah.
I think you can cast it in there because you're not targeting anybody outside the dome. So yeah, I think you can.
Okay. Wait. Do I have to click on anyone? Yeah, I do. I have to.
Yeah, you gotta click on everybody.
Did that work?
Gave it to you. Yeah.
Did it work on everyone?
I don't believe
I don't think so.
Check.
I'm targeting everyone, then I hit effect.
Nope, just you. Oh, that's because it's your concentration spell. Now they all have it. Okay.
There it goes.
Got it. I figured it out.
I got the effects. Okay, you're good.
All right. Cool.
Right.
Steve wants to sneak a little closer.
Okay, so Steve, you taking off by yourself? Sneak a little closer.
Yeah, I'm gonna sneak just a little. I'm telling Cornelius that's hey, I'm gonna sneak a little closer.
All right.
Cast Blast of the Trace. I'll be back with a little bit of intel.
All right.
Okay, be careful.
How close are you? How close are you getting? And try and get.
Just adjust until I can hear what they're saying and get a little.
Do we know what language they're speaking or no? Can we tell from here?
Nah, it's still muffled. You can't hear anything yet. At this
Before
point
he
in time,
goes-
everybody's waking up.
Steve.
Before Steve goes, am I up or no?
Yeah, I'd say everybody's pretty much woken up at this point in time.
Before Steve goes, I'd say, hang on a second. I'm going to cast tongues on him. Third level. I touch him, and he now has the ability to understand any spoken language he hears.
Okay,
Shit,
sweet.
That's fucking awesome.
Steve, go ahead and make a stealth
So you're welcome.
check for me, please. You got your pass without a trace on there, so it should be that adds an extra 10, right?
I thought
D10.
bards always had to sing when they cast things.
It's got a
Okay.
stealth penalty. You dropped a 17. That did not give you your pass without a trace. That gives you what?
25.
Is it an extra 10
Yeah, it's
for
another
pass without a
10.
trace? I'm not seeing it. Oh, there it is. There it is. Ow. Why can I not find this? Here we go. I did a plus 10 to dexterity stealth check. So yeah, you rolled a 25 more or less to pass without a trace. So you sneak up pretty darn close, and you hear. You're at this point in time probably about 15 feet away from them, so you have the distance between the two of them, between the three of you.
What are they saying? Are you gonna type?
It
to
is.
me,
It is
or-
definitely in a different tongue. So it's good that Valandor put that on you.
You're welcome.
Good call.
But you hear them saying, "Man, this place is going on lockdown. We're gonna have to move the island to another place, or else the boss is gonna get pissed. He's gonna run out of food here pretty soon." The other one says, "Man, we can't just move a mountain. Like, where the hell are all of our tenants gonna be going after that? We just gotta do something different here." And the other guy's like, what else are we gonna do? It's just two of us. We just gotta take this cow back up, and the folks that are up there now, they're gonna have a good time tonight. They're gonna eat some cow, and they're gonna go home, and they'll come back tomorrow, and they'll spend more money. They said, "Dude, you always think that way." I said, let's just get the fucking cow up there and go. And they grab the cow and they fly off.
Can I tell what they are? Like, even
Make
though I can't see them?
Make a perception check for me.
Oh, not good.
I mean, it's a 14. It's not bad at all. They are
Plus 5 helps.
not dragons. You can tell that. They are not dragons. They are much more humanoid. And they have horns coming out of their heads along with their wings.
Oh boy.
But they're not tieflings either.
They have wings.
Tieflings have wings. No, dragonborns have wings. Tieflings don't have wings until tell you they're different variant. Never mind.
But they are not any dragon that you have seen before at all. They are definitely much more humanoid than dragonoid.
Well, they just fucked off with the cow, so Steve sneaks back to the thing. Doesn't hear anyone or see anyone else. Walks over to the back of the tiny hut. And then tells his group what he hears. What he heard. I would have so.
Well, that's
Yeah.
What do you
Sounds
think
like
they're
there's a.
concerning, I guess.
It sounds like there's a. It's not just the dragons. It may seem like there's a whole group of them. Like,
What do you think their boss is?
I mean, they said a dragon's been seen, right? And dragons can probably have underlings, and
I did forget to say
they're
this,
feeding
Brian.
something, right?
Mhm.
So the spell, technically, it may change. I don't know. Do cows understand language?
cows?
Cows are pretty dumb. I'm gonna probably say no.
Just want to throw it out there because technically,
Why?
so more of it's like when the target speaks, right? So like Ben, whenever he would have spoken, he any creature that knows at least one language and can hear the target understands what it is saying. So that's why I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably say no on that one. Because the
Perfect.
cows don't really talk. They have, I mean, speak with animals, that's a thing, but
I
it's not
prefer
really
it that
a
way
language.
because then the cow wouldn't have heard the conversation.
No, the cow was asleep anyways until it got hauled away.
Fair.
You're concerned about the cow hearing the conversation?
If the cow heard, he could have woken up, stirred the rest of the herd, and start running around.
I mean, they were speaking. Fair. Fine.
You had to speak first. So we were good.
So you're saying that we can't understand the cows, is what you're saying, Brian?
I never was a Pumont situation. Okay.
Well, do we want to? So they talked about moving, right? That they're like gonna be under, like they're worried about the heat. So, I mean, I guess our asking around is stirring up some concerns for them. Maybe you feel?
I think that they're just having a hard time finding food. What I gathered.
Yeah, that was more what they said, that they're storing their livestock now, and they've come to the last place that's not.
Yeah, I'm assuming that what I'm getting is it's a floating restaurant up there. Is my best guess.
Huh. Well, I am hungry still. We could probably go up there and get some food.
As it says,
Well,
they
nice.
they have to get up to the customers, and then we're back tomorrow. But they need to get up to the boss so he doesn't get pissed off. So
Can
Guessing.
you fly up there, Cornelius?
Hmm.
Yeah, can I just like unfurl my wings from my back? These? With these? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Again. But
Go see
then
what you can see.
that's just me.
Yeah, go
Stealth-
fly into
stealth
death
mission.
and tell us what's going on, okay?
I mean,
You'll
from
be
what
fine.
it sounded like, they're gonna be drinking and eating and being revelry. I feel like a quick look see. If things get too hairy, just fly back.
He's
I
got
don't
an
think that's
entire
safe.
island to go to. He'll be fine.
I'm a vote no.
Listen, I didn't say it was the best idea. I just said it was an idea.
I mean, you're right. It's something.
Can Cornelius carry you?
But so is sniffing the cow shit. So
Sniff.
okay, so we have an idea now of what it is. So that's good. Hopefully, Greg here doesn't keep too close track of his cow because he's gonna be pissed that one's missing.
Yeah, we might want to end our night in the barn.
Mm-hmm. Smart.
I think you still got that pass that trace up.
Yeah. We should sneak on back into that bar and have a chat.
Yeah, I think you're right.
All right, y'all stealthily walk back to the barn. I'm not even gonna make you roll stealth checks with a +10 and a lazy ass Greg being the only one looking out for you. If you successfully make it back to the barn and climb up to the loft. The loft is nothing to write home about. It is literally a hay loft. God knows what's living in the hay with you, but it's a hayloft.
Why? And Steve looks around and says, "Why didn't we choose the tavern or the inn?"
'Cause we had
So
to
we could see
stake
what we
out,
just
you know?
saw. That's why.
That way, if we get caught on property, we don't get in trouble. So.
And you were too cheap to buy ale. You only got free bread. So like, how the hell were we going to spring for a night somewhere?
I was full of delicious.
Cheap
meat.
ass.
Did you see that stuff? It was
Such
amazing.
All right. So are we rolling stealth here, or what are we doing? Do we need to?
No, you're done. You're back in the barn.
Okay.
So I guess now we know that
So-
it's more like a restaurant. Do we try to get up there?
Do we know?
I mean, we're just hiring the airship for another destination. That's all, and they should know about it, obviously.
It's a restaurant, but
Ooh,
maybe
we're looking
they're-
for
have an
Unique.
exclusive guest
Clientele.
list or something.
yeah, and very local, but a little bit. You know, the altitude is a factor. So
Because they asked,
I
what are all the
do-
tenants going to do?
Uh-huh.
Because one cow clearly isn't going to feed a bunch of dragons.
It's true.
I
But
mean-
it might feed
It won't even feed
it
one
might
dragon.
but it might feed like 15 underlings.
Yeah, better than a dragon.
I don't know actually how much dragons eat and how they eat.
Well, I'm just going proportionate to size. That if you're sucking on milk and you're full, a dragon can't suck on a teat and be full.
It was
With
2 loaves of bread.
no, it was 2 pieces of bread. It wasn't a loaf of bread.
No, he said loaf. 2 loaves.
It was. I just tossed rolls out, man. It wasn't loaves.
You should listen.
A lot of
Rolls.
but,
The math. Unless it's like a 30 by 30 roll, man. You sucking on a teatus of milk.
All right.
we are off
Dimensions
on
of
a
rolls and bread aside, what is happening?
I think we need to find. I think we need to talk to. I think we need to go back and see if we can get Mickey or talk to Mickey, see if we can get back up or get him to get us to wherever is up there. Because we know it's not a dragon. We assume that. I mean, at this point, what we know is that there are tenants living there. They're going to be moving on in a couple days anyway. But we need to figure out what's going on to maybe stop them for the future.
All right. So it's the middle of the night. Are you going to try and go find him now?
That's up to our compatriots.
I think we finish our cover story here, being arrogant to, or not knowing about the death that just happened, and we wake up as if we were here the whole night, then move on in the morning. And if Greg gets real bad, we'll just run.
Fair.
don't feel like he's gonna. Be able to
That's why
catch
we.
us.
That's why we would run.
Or we just
Or
kill him.
lightly jog. Okay, I am in agreement with Cornelius. We will do that.
Should work.
Let's go.
All right.
That way we can get a long rest.
Yeah.
Long rest and then heading out in the morning.
Yep.
All right. So you all take a rest, take a sleep, and wake up bright and early, sun's shining. And it is a new day in the city of Drenna. Town of Drenna, I should say. You all headed back over to Phyllis's house.
I think so.
I need to roll a d6 for my wand.
Mm.
Do it to it.
Ooh.
Yes.
4. Look at
Dice
that.
are
man.
so cool.
What does that give you?
Wow, it gets me 5 charges to my wand. How many is the charges? I think it's 9, 7 charges. I'm full on charges now. I had 4
Yeah,
before. Now I have 7.
I think it's total 7.
Yeah, I have it highlighted, and I put it at the bottom of every single one of the things, and keep moving it down so I know how many
Nice.
charges I have. That way, I never blow it up. Okay.
Love it. Love
That's
it.
The ladies in the
Seven.
pub, the ladies in the pub know your wand is fully charged, my friend. So,
Damn right they do.
At all times.
Okay, so that
Blue pill.
resets my
All right.
3rd level spell and 2nd level spell slots, so we're good.
All right. So heading back over to Phyllis's house, you find her cooking up some eggs for breakfast, and Mickey's sitting
Oh.
on the sitting at the table on the inside.
Greg didn't see us, did he?
Just haven't woken up.
Did Greg catch us? Did he see us leaving?
Greg did not catch you. No,
Okay,
no, Greg's not up yet. Come on.
perfect.
Nope. So you head over to Phyllis's and knock on the door, and she says, "Come on in, it's open."
Phyllis, good morning. How are you?
Oh, good to see you, boys. Good to see you, gents. Come on in. I'm making some eggs. I'll toss a couple more on.
You
thanks.
are an angel. An absolute
Aw, shucks.
angel.
Mickey is Mickey's sitting at the table. He's got his hands on the back of his head, just kind of like slowly waking up, like drinking a sludge cup of coffee. And he's just like, "Hey guys, how y'all doing?"
Mickey, we're doing good. How are you?
Oh, yeah, I'm doing great. Doing great. Just long days, long nights. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
Yeah. And he pounds that cup of Joe, and he just pulls it away, and he just shudders, and looks like he's got a jolt gone through him. He's like, "So what are you guys up to today? Doing more investigating?"
We did a lot of investigating last night. We overheard some. We caught someone, but then they escaped. Which, I mean, so we didn't catch them. We saw them.
Phyllis, you hear the of a something, like setting something down in a pan, and she says, "A someone."
Phyllis, you were right. They're not a dragon. So your story, you're right.
Knew it. And she pointed at Mickey. She's like, "I told you that I knew what I was talking about." Okay, Ma. So somebody heard something. Let them finish their story.
So we found out that there is a castle flying above us. You probably can see, or something flying above us, and they were coming down to steal the what are they called, the cow last night for some of their tenants who live there, evidently.
Tenants?
Or customers. I don't know. They said the boss was gonna be mad at them if they didn't bring it back, and that they might have to move on soon because, everyone in the town's catching or like putting their animals away. So we don't really know what it is, but we kind of want to go up there.
Well, figure it out.
That's
She goes back to cooking her eggs. She's like, "But I was right.
You were right, Phyllis. You were right.
Always right." Mickey, mark that down. Yeah, Mom, whatever.
Didn't mean throw in the bus, Mickey. Apologize. But
That's fine. So
think
what's
you
the
can get us
plan
up there?
then? You my help pal?
he can get us up there.
Get you up there on the island?
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be possible, right, bud?
Shit. Yeah, I could probably manage that. But
Yeah.
it's gonna be a quick drop off. I don't exactly want to be around a dragon hole, whatever the hell it is.
I feel you.
I really want my airship around there too much, so it's gonna be a quick drop off.
That's fine. Quick drop off. That's all we need.
Can we make a buzz by first and just see what the hell is there?
Oh, that is a smart idea, man. Smart idea.
Okay. Let me go get my shit, and we'll get a move on. Are you boys ready to go?
Yes, sir.
We're so ready.
We are.
Sure are.
egg good.
Okay. He goes into his into the other room, grabs his stuff, and heads on. He's like, "Ma, I'll be back at some point, hopefully today." "Okay, honey." "Yeah, wait, you forgot your eggs."
Oh, Miss Loretta. Angel.
That's Phyllis.
Oh, Miss Phyllis, an angel. Sorry.
That's Phyllis. But you all head out. head towards the ship, and head up to the place. Head up to
Yeah,
the
we're
island.
thinking we can stay on the deck this time. We'll be okay, maybe.
Yeah, Mickey's not too concerned at this point in time because you're not traveling out of Amman anymore. You're just you're out. There's fewer issues with police and all that sort of stuff around the city of Drina, so less concern there. So y'all stay above. But he does warn you. He's like, I really don't want to make too much noise as we're approaching this thing. So just keep it down, please. We'll keep an eye out. We'll make a drive by, see what's going on, see where we can potentially park, and then go from there. Okay.
Plan.
All right.
And can you tell us a little more about the island? Because if he's a local, he should know a little more about it.
It just
since
came
he's
in
been here.
3 months ago, man.
Yeah, but
He has
it never
no
came
idea about
up,
it.
So okay.
He has no idea about it at
Alright,
all. This
we'll
is
check.
this is new to them.
It's very suspicious of weirdos.
Yeah. So,
What do you do when you look in the mirror?
badumcha.
Your mom.
Right. So you take off and you feel the humming of the broomstone revving up, and then it just takes off and starts ascending through the air towards where, Valandor, you were the one that saw the island in the first place. You kind of point out where it was that you saw him, and so he ascends at a decent clip, but goes in the opposite direction to try and get a little bit above it. He says he's going to do that to try and, not come at eye level with anything that's there. So, it's pretty high up. I mean, it took a nat 20 for Val to see it, so it's pretty damn high. But he's still going to be keeping. It's up in the clouds. He's still going to be trying to get above it though, so the air does get a little thin up there. But he does get to the point where he's comfortable with the thing, and even then, as he approaches, two different characters, by the way. You got Towley and Mr. Hanky the Christmas Poo. Those are two different ones. Anyways,
I know they are, but they
We're,
also are
not even
friends.
Close.
even as high up as they were able to take the airship before the air started getting a little too thin. As you come through the clouds and emerge out, you're still not above the island. The island is still very, very tall. It appears, I mean, it's a floating island in the sky. The weirdest thing is that, it appears that the top of it is a volcano of some sort, and there is a river of lava that's slowly trickling down the side of it. As Mickey takes the ship around the island, there is a large, rather decadent castle, and it's built into the side of this volcano, or it seems like it is a part of this volcano in some way. But it's a rather large castle-like entranceway with what appears to be a covered castle grounds leading into the center of this volcano, and you are above that section, but you're only about half to 3/4 to the top of that volcano.
Jesus, big ass island.
It's big.
Basically an entire mountain.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think Well, you think?
I mean, does it look safe, Mickey?
Mickey gives you some wide eyes and looks around.
Yeah. Where can
He's
you
like,
drop
I
us
ain't
off?
seen shit. I ain't seen shit like this before, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just trying to find a place to drop you all off at that doesn't want you getting melted by lava or me getting smoked by some random dragons.
Seems fair.
Okay.
Lloyd, make a perception check as you're
Ooh.
flying around.
Okay. I don't think that's one of my skills, but I'll do it.
You
Got
should have
loaded.
rolled. You have rolled.
Oh, actually, mine's
You
pretty
you
good.
you and Broadus, both of you, both you and Broadus.
Wait,
Go ahead.
did
Neither
it
of you
roll?
have rolled tonight.
It didn't roll?
Perception?
Oh,
Perception.
this one. Oh, sorry. I thought I had the double click. I did not.
You're fine. We'll take the 15 and the 17.
There we go.
You as you're doing the flyby, you do see that there are two humanoid-looking figures standing at the front of that castle grounds, the entranceway to the castle grounds. With a 15 and a 17, they do look to be dragonborn
Okay.
humanoids.
How far are we from them, I guess?
You're still a ways above them. You're still probably, 40 feet above them, something like that. They don't seem to have noticed you at all. Or if they have, they are not giving you that signal at all that they've seen you.
That's a pretty long jump for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mickey's like, I'm trying to find a place to set you down someplace, man.
What do you think? I do have slow fall. I don't remember exactly what that is.
Slow fall does exactly what that name says. It
I think that's
lets
it.
you slow your fall, so you just land.
Are we above them, or is it like do
I have
to,
feather
like,
fall.
get a certain distance out before I can land on something that would be cushy?
So I mean, it's primarily rock. It looks like Mickey is trying to find a flat piece of land to set it down, so you don't have to jump down a crazy amount. There is
Is
a
the spot
rocky.
where we see those guys like a pretty decent looking location to potentially use, or is it kind of like part of a cave or something?
No, I mean it's relatively open. It looks like it's not like it's the edge of the island right there. You know what I mean? It looks like there's what could be perceived to be a roadway leading up to the doorway there. It looks very nicely manicured. Yeah.
A little too obvious of a location to land will draw too much attention to ourselves, perhaps.
That is one of the cleanest places to land in the area.
Well, how far up are we?
Like that's where we're going.
You're about 40 feet above their heads.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. No, I'll use feather fall on all 5 of us because I can target
Nice.
5 creatures, and it slows our descent to 60 feet per round, and then when we land, if we land before the spell ends, we take no fall damage, and it works for 60 feet. So we all can just jump off, and then we'll land.
Yeah.
Okay. Mickey looks back as you said, "You sure? You're just gonna jump from here?"
Yeah, I cast.
All right. Well,
Wait,
let me-
because
let
it's
me try.
does reaction. I cast feather fall on all of us, and it's a duration
Alright.
of 1 minute.
All right.
range is
You all
60 feet.
jump.
I'm gonna jump.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye. You all jump down
We do.
and land gingerly on the ground. Lloyd, of course, does a superhero pose as he comes down.
Well, of course he does.
It's the only thing I'm good at. Is,
It's real bad
Whoa.
on the knees. Real bad on the knees, I've heard.
That's what I
But,
heard.
You know,
it's pretty good.
but yeah, So you are now on the ground. You were 40 feet above these guys' heads.
How far did we just jump?
40 feet.
40 feet.
That seems.
Very doable, actually.
Feather Fall is a pretty sweet, sweet.
It's a pretty
gig.
sweet spell. I mean, I'm just saying.
It is a pretty sweet spell.
Damn. Yeah.
Make it, Val. You're the first one to jump since you cast Featherfall.
Hell
Make
yeah.
a perception check for me, please.
Terrible. I perceive nothing.
We still have Pass Without Trace on, so we're good.
No, Pass
I don't
Without
think it
Trace
lasts that
runs
long.
out after a while. It doesn't last that long.
Oh, I clicked twice. I'm so sorry.
I
That's
did
fine.
the same
Your
thing.
first
yeah,
one
is
was 10.
Yeah, it's terrible. So
Yeah.
I can look around too, maybe, but it's up to you.
Let me go for it if you want to. With
We
your
should have a-
superhero pose.
should have a lot of people look around after that roll.
It lasts for an hour.
I mean, it's not the best. But
Been
it's
over an
not
hour.
bad.
Dude, you had
Yeah,
passed Trace
Yeah, we did a
last
long
night.
rest. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we're
did a
good.
long rest between that.
We did take a long rest.
17.
It just doesn't
Um,
feel like it's been that long.
Yeah, I get it.
Man's
No, you
IRL
notice
password.
as you're looking at the two at the door, they're pretty large, burly, red dragonborn. Arms crossed. They're in pretty thick plate armor, armed to the teeth. Lloyd, you see the same thing. However, you kind of look past them and are taking in the surroundings, and you hear a loud music coming from behind the doors,
Okay.
like heavy drum beats, like into like instruments being played, something like that. Just a loud music coming from behind the doors as well.
So how far are we from these guys right now? Like, have they noticed us? We flew in on an
But
airship.
you just got
but
past that a trace cast on you again, so
Okay.
they don't know shit.
All right. Can I like get a little like sneak a little closer and like maybe listen to what they're talking about if they're talking about anything?
Yeah, go for it, man. Make a stealth check.
Do you understand Dragonborn? Asking for a friend.
I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna talk to him. Does Ardos have what's his dipshit name? Steve. Does Steve still have that on him?
No, it only lasts
just
an hour.
cast it again.
Thing? Okay.
It lasts an
I
hour,
mean,
and I could
before I
cast
go
it
up-
again.
If you want to, you don't have to. It's fine.
Well, you won't understand what they say unless you like.
You-
Do you
I
know
mean,
the
maybe.
language?
Maybe I don't know it, but I don't know. I mean, I just want to gather some intel. So one of us needs to go up there. Do you speak Dragonborn, sir?
No, I don't. But I can touch you, and you can.
All right. Well, if you want to, you can.
Idiot.
Thank you for telling me that before I went up there because I didn't think about it. So appreciate it.
So I'm gonna slap Lloyd, and when I touch
it.
him, he
Just
gets
give it to
tongues, which lets him understand any language.
When
But
you
if he does-
go to slap, I'm gonna stick my tongue out just before it hits. You're gonna get a little tongue mark on your
And
hand.
also, moreover, when you speak, any
Nah,
creature
whatever.
that knows at least one language can hear you and understand you.
Okay, cool.
So you could speak
So it'll be the
back to
first
them.
time that I've been heard in this group and understood. That will be
Yes,
awesome.
and you have now been slapped in the face.
Okay, I did the tongue thing. Remember, you're wiping your hand on your little corset there.
I'm not wiping it. I'm just sniffing it.
That's gross, dude.
All right, so Lloyd,
All right, now that
Sneaking
I'm
up. Roll-
languaged
roll
up,
us.
I'm gonna.
roll a stealth check for me.
Yeah, I'm okay, I think.
Fucking zero.
Yeah, you roll a 31 stealth. You're
Stealthy
pretty
boy.
good.
Dick.
That didn't end it in there. 31 stealth. You
Put
are.
my
silent.
finger to my
You're-
ass and.
You're just doing random monk shit just to do random monk shit. Just because you are that stealthy, you can get away with it. You get up almost directly next to the closer dragonborn on his side.
Whistling a little tune.
And as you're getting closer, you see these guys are not talking whatsoever. They're looking dead ahead. They're breathing very calmly, like just their job is to stand there looking menacing.
So they're like
And-
bouncers, probably. That's what I'm thinking. Bouncers.
As you are approaching them, suddenly an airship comes, different airship than what
What?
Mickey was flying,
All right.
and lands about 20 feet, about the equidistant from where the group is, but a different section directly in front of that well-manicured road. And a ramp extends down after it doesn't actually land, doesn't make contact with the land, but a drawbridge type thing extends down, and you see Team Seismic walking down
Knew
it.
Little fucks are here.
Mm-hmm.
And they walk up the well-manicured road, and you see the tiefling barbarian stare at the two dragonborn, and they look at her, they look at the rest. They said 20 gold apiece. The tiefling laughs, chuckles, takes out a gold pouch, and dumps 100 gold in his hand. The doors open, they walk in, the doors shut. And that's where we'll call tonight's session.
Fucking dicks.
Bitches.
Whatever.
So they knew about this place. They knew about
They're
this
going
place.
down. They're going down.
Fly right to it.
Bunch of turds.
We're gonna spend our time doing recon, talking to those great people.
You always want me to stab people. Can't you just not force me to kill things? Come on.
Well, you
man.
don't know
We're-
what
we're
they
peaceful
did in the
people.
background either, though. Let's be real.
Sure. But we did see something that looks real suspicious.
I mean, my next thought was if we
Mhm.
didn't see nothing, I was gonna try to talk my way in. That was my next, plan. If it seemed like normalness, right? So we could do that
There you
still.
go.
We could do that still.
There you go.
Talk him. If our bard will get off his ass and do some talking and shit.
Oh my God.
Got him. Got him.
I was talking the whole time, you fuckface.
You did great. You did great. I'm proud of you. You barded. It was great.
I'm not the one who
All right, gents.
Marty.
all